Toffee TV, we've got the news that Tom Davies has signed a new 5-year deal at Everton. Baz, looking fresh-faced, very much baby-like. I don't know, maybe he's took the frustration of the Merseyside derby out on his face and just got rid of it. Now he just looks like a little...
Maybe just kept the beard and went, I'm keeping this till we beat Liverpool. And,
yeah.
And then he got beaten, just went.
Maybe he'd end up looking like Tom Hanks if he was going to keep the beard.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, big news. A player that we championed, early in the season. We were hoping he'd come into the side. He has done that. I think he's started now 17 Premier League games. I think that's right. And has fitted in very, very well. And the manager certainly likes him, and has managed to push out some more established names by becoming an Everton regular.
Sorry, trying to stifle that cough there. Yeah, no, it's great news, isn't it? Because there's, remember a few weeks ago when we were talking about Lukaku contract and Barkley, it was like, and Everton have got to convince Tom Davies to sign his new deal. So it's really good news. He's got in the side, and the biggest compliment you can pay him is he looks like he's just part of the team. He doesn't look like a youngster trying to work his way into possibly being part of the squad. He looks like an established player. He'll have his dips, as he did at the weekend. We'll have better games than that, but so far he's hardly put a foot wrong, has he? No, and I think you're right. We spoke about this before. It's, I suppose, his developments coming into the side and establishing himself. He's done that, and I suppose maybe not this season, but next season it'll be, can you do it again? And can you nail down more of what you are? Because at the moment he's a little bit of everything. He's a jack of all trades in that centre midfield, but it's whether he can sort of nail it down and become very good at one thing. I'm not saying he can't be very good at everything, but because maybe he's just that all-action midfielder. Not maybe he won't settle into he's the ball player or he's the tackler, the holder. Maybe he'll just be an old-fashioned midfield player who gets around the pitch. You put someone like Schneiderlin in there with him. He slows the game. He dictates the pace of the game, Schneiderlin, and that allows him and Garner and Ross to kind of play their own game. I look at him now and just think he's, even if James McCarthy was fit, I wouldn't put McCarthy in over him, not a chance. If they were both at full pelt, yes, McCarthy's come in and do other jobs, but I wouldn't. If it was a toss-up between them two, it'd be him every time for me because he's the better footballer. Yeah, I suppose for that case, then it's just a case of him getting better and better and building on it, isn't it? Because we've seen goals, Ped. Yeah, goals is a big thing. I mean, we've seen the goal against Man City, of course, and that's one thing he's got to probably. Again, you want every player to, you understand maybe players like Garner, Barry, they might get the odd 1 or 2 a season. You probably want a couple more out of them, but someone like Tom Davies is going to be all around the pitch, and we've seen him at times when he is playing in that role where he's trying to get past Rom or whoever the centre forward is, he's trying to get past them and burst into the box. I suppose you just need him to build on that and just become a better all-round player, because he's going to have dips, and he's going to because at the moment I think for some people it is hard to actually nail down not what he does, but what he's influencing. I think that's more important on the pitch. It's how you influence the game rather than necessarily what you do. So maybe for some people he's got to. That's what I'm saying about what. I understand. He's just got to get better at everything and not be stifled, because players come into. It's the old thing, isn't it? Young players come into the squad, and always they get honeymoon period where you forgive them for little shortcomings or lack of experience, and it's building on that. But there is a time. I'm not saying it's times now, but there is a time where you stop forgiving them. And the reason you stop forgiving them is because you look at them and you don't say you're a young lad, you just say you've stopped developing. So, I mean, I'm not saying that anytime soon. I'm just saying you want him to build on all of everything that he's shown so far. Yeah, I mean, he was unlucky against was it Sunderland when he hit the inside of the post? It was Hull, wasn't it? Was it Hull? Yeah. It's that volley that hit the post, or was it West Brom? Anyway, it was, he was unlucky not to add to it there. He's broken the box. He obviously had the assist against Hull when he cut it back for Calvert-Lewin. So he gets forward, I would say, more than Schneiderlin does, obviously more than Garner, more than McCarthy, more than Gareth Barry. So already he's an offensive midfield player
But I understand what you're saying. You wouldn't be able to, if you're explaining his role to someone.
It's difficult.
You just say, well, he's kind of like all action, because he'll go and press the ball. He likes, as we seen on Saturday with Man, he likes it. He'll put a tackle in. He's got a bit of snide about him.
Oh yeah.
But it's. I think I wouldn't worry about him. It's the other pieces that we need to put around him. You can let him do. If you've got Sneijderlin, you can let him just go and do what he needs to do, because you've got someone who's in that area. But Saturday, he was key. Him and Garner were key, and they still went and done. Like Garner for the first goal, the pair of them could have done better. Garner jumps in on the halfway line, gets spun, and then he slides in on Manny and doesn't get good enough challenge.
Whereas really they should be together. And just
one of them should be sitting and the other one.
But that'll come. That's experience, isn't it? And
but that's what I'm saying. Sneijderlin would have been there.
Yeah.
But they could have gone and done.
I think what's really important about this is that you go back to November, December when we were playing the likes of Cleverley in there, and it was the circle of shite. And we were banging the drum and saying this young lad's doing really, really well. Every time we'd see him, he's doing well. He seemed to be above the level in the under-23s as well. He's come in, and the manager had he'd been training with the first team, and the manager had sort of hinted that he wasn't ready. Almost thrown people off the scent a little bit, I think, for when the right time was going to be. Certainly with Ghana going the African nations. But the manager's put him in there, and the temptation, having all those centre midfielders, would have been put him on the bench. He's the easy one. He's the young lad. I don't have to play him. I've already hinted that I'm not really interested. And I don't think anyone would have made any noises whatsoever. He's just a young lad. No one knew anything about him. But now, signed a new 5-year deal. The manager really likes him because he plays him every week. I mean, I remember hearing him saying something around the time when we were asking him to put in the team, getting him in the team, and he said, I can go in this team and I can be moulded, and I can be a Koeman player. I can be whatever that manager wants me to be. And I think that's really important as well, because the manager will have and the coaches will have a great say on what kind of player they do want him to be, because again, he's of an age where you can start asking, can you do this, can you do that, right? We see this in you, so we want you to become this kind of player. And I think that'll be a big thing forward. I mean, the good thing for me is he seems to be a very intelligent lad. Seems to be a quiet. I mean, I've seen all pictures of him when he was on international duty, and he was just playing chess.
He's got all of that, hasn't he? The summer, he doesn't go. He's not hitting, Ibiza or Faliraki or anywhere like that. He was at. He was
Tomorrowland.
Or Florida. Yeah, I think he got to Florida. The
other tomorrow. He doesn't know what the other tomorrow.
Oh, the other. I'm trying to stay the cops here. Disney. The Tomorrowland and Disney's class.
This will be a little bit different, Baz.
Okay. He was off round.
Your daughter will be asking you soon if she can go.
She'll be getting slapped.
Your son will be asking if he can go soon as well.
Look at you. He was off round Italy, studying art, Lake Garda and places like that, having a look in France.
Wine tasting.
Just crushing grapes with 3/4 pants on, with his capris on him, care and all. But that's it, But I think the other thing is, it's great.
Yeah.
It's twofold really. He's a young player that people are watching, and he's committed his future, which is good. Secondly, he's a great example to the rest of the 23s. He can be the poster boy. It was Ross for a while. Now it can be Tom Davies. He's the latest. It's great going. Ross come through the academy. Ross is 23. This kid's 18. So we've got one that's just come out, and he's there now as the poster boy.
And it's a good sign to the other lads, isn't it? I mean, we go back to the Merseyside derby. Calvert-Lewin playing, Pennington playing, John Joe Kenny on the bench. Got him in the side. Ross obviously a little bit older. They're all young lads. We look at the rest of the 23s. They're all they're still top of that Premier League 2, looking to secure it. There's the likes of Robertson at left back. There's Liam Walsh. There's Kieran Dowell. There's
Joe Williams.
Joe Williams. There's lads there who are all looking, and what they'll be saying is as well, and what the manager will be saying to them is, push, because we've let good players go. We've let the likes of Ledson go, who was it was being talked about, but obviously because of him,
the likes of him,
he's pushed them aside, and the manager will be saying, "Come here, prove it. I'll get you in the side if I think you're good enough. If you're mixing it with the lads in training, and then if you get in, keep the shirt.
Take your chance.
And take your chance. And that's and get your rewards. And like,
he's the biggest example of, and this was something we were questioning around November, December. Excuse me, keeping your shirt when you're playing well. He's got in, but he's made the manager not be able to drop him because he's played that well. He's influenced that many games with what he's done, and I think you hit on a really important point before. What he said himself: mould me then. I'll run around for you. Mould me in what you want to do. Come in with that open mind and that attitude. Right, I'm going to work hard. What do you need me to do? Calvert-Lewin's done it. To be fair, Calvert-Lewin's a centre forward. Played for England twice. I think he scored 2 goals while he was away. He scored, definitely got the winner at the last weekend. Or
he's got the first and a 2-0 win, I think.
Okay, so he's got, and then he scored the one. Then he got the goal, didn't he? So he's shown that. So he's come in as a centre forward and gone, I'll play on the left. I'll run up and down. I'll work hard for you. And that's the attitude you've got to have as those young lads. You want to get in that side. And he's, like you say, just signing another 5-year deal, a much improved contract. So it is.
And the flip side, on the flip side of that, very, very quickly is, you look at someone like Lookman, who came in for like 10 million quid, scores on his debut, gets a couple of chances, but then sort of drifts off a little bit and hasn't been involved recently.
No.
So the manager will quickly sort of suss up your, I don't know, there's talk of Lookman being homesick and stuff like that, you hear all these things, but the manager will quickly suss out if you're not up to the level just at that moment, if you need a little bit of, even if you just need to be taken out the spotlight for whatever.
Needed to be taken up the spotlight. He started a few games, he looks good, he looks like he's got a lot about him, but all the things like homesick and that he will be. He's moved up from London, he's a kid, he's a baby, he's 18 months into a professional football career.
Yeah,
and he's moved for a big, and the spotlight's on him. So
but that shows you that the manager won't just take those decisions. This lad wouldn't just be in the team on the fact that, you know, he's a young up and coming player, and we'll give him a chance.
I think that's talking about Ronald Koeman.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Well,
and that's important to stress, though, is that you have the flip side, and the flip side is a player who cost nearly 11 million quid. That's the flip side.
Yeah.
You know, that's the difference. The pressure's more on leaving people like Lookman in and around the squad than people like Tom Davies. You can easily relegate people like Tom Davies. Cost nothing. Got a dodgy Barnett. We'll put him on the bench. Do you know what I mean? Lookman, 11 million quid, made noises. Oh, Everton. You know, some managers are weak and do things like that, and it's been the opposite. He's left the lad in. He's got his rewards. You know, and hopefully he'll be part of Everton's bright future. He's an Evertonian as well. You can see he takes the pride, you know, out there of being a blue, but also the mentality of knowing what it's all about and of having good ground and of coming from a football family, and also so, you know,
down to earth
people.
Family,
and keeping them down to earth by things like his mum taking him to training and stuff. So yeah,
great news.
So it's good news. Hopefully the first of many. I mean, I know there's another Everton youngster we'd all like to see sign a contract as well. Get that one done as well, and
there's 2. If we call them under 25 young, let's get them both signed.
Who's the other one?
Who are you talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about Ross.
I'm talking about Ron.
Slightly different though. Slightly different.
Okay, he's under.
No, I'm not.
He's 23.
No, I know. I'm just.
No, I know what you mean. When he's come through, we need that. We need that sign.
No, I think that's. I think it's all.
Ross is a massive one.
I think it's almost more important to keep hold of the people you've come through.
Yeah.
Because
Ross is a massive one.
Yeah, because I think that is like, it's the ultimate slap in the face when they leave you, as we well know. We well know, that is the ultimate slap in the face. That's like saying, well, I love you, I'm a blue, but you can't satisfy my needs. Whereas other players like Rom, we're a step in the road almost.
Yeah.
So
at the moment.
No, I know. There you have it. Tom Davies signed a 5-year contract, and he had a shave to celebrate. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments about what he's done so far, and also where do you see him, you know, in his future developments. Can he become...
Don't put Man City or somewhere like that to that question.
Don't be dicks. You know, can this lad go on and be... Captain? Is he the next John Ebrell? or is he the next...
Alan Whittle?
Peter Reid?
Oh, what a player.
There you go. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. We'll see you later.